Hello everyone. Today, my team will be presenting a strategic leadership analysis on the CEO of Ford Motor Company, Jim Farley. In October 2020, Jim Farley was named the president and the chief executive officer of Ford. Later on, in March 2022, he was named the president of Ford Model E. Farley also serves on the board of directors of the corporation. Farley's primary responsibility as CEO is on implementing Ford's ambitious, customer-centric Ford Plus plan for development and value creation. The plan's main components include scaled-up creation and delivery of breakthrough electric cars, as well as software and connected vehicle technologies and services for Farley's Ford Model E business unit. When Jim Farley came over as CEO of Ford Motor Company, the company was not only dealing with irritated shareholders, nagging quality concerns, and negative views, but it was also falling behind on the move to electric cars. It was also dealing with a deadly pandemic and major supply chain shocks, both of which forced irreversible adjustments in the company. Farley and his team handled the coronavirus pandemic and related supply chain challenges in his first year as the CEO of Ford. The team began delivering a new product range that has customers thrilled, improved the company's lagging stock price, and outlined a clear recovery strategy.
This analysis is based on the Proposition 3-1D for analyzing Jim Farley's proposition on his decision-making in Ford. This proposition claims that an executive's values will be reflected in the choice he makes. Key aims and organizational changes reviewed at a virtual town hall meeting with the company's global team reviewed James Farley's decision-making approach. Ford plans to take immediate action to turn around its vehicle company, according to Farley, including boosting quality, cutting costs, and speeding up the restructuring of underperforming operations. Value or desire, common goals that people pursue in life. They represent the fundamental characteristics of a person's character. During one's student years, one's values are most easy to develop. Returning to his education background, he earned degrees from Georgetown University and the University of California, respectively. Georgetown University's motto means both in one in English. The word has numerous implications in context of higher education and Georgetown. The exchange of study and faith, the academic union of arts and science, and even the unification of blue and gray on one dividend compass after a civil war. It leads to Jim Farley's value of integrity. Likewise, the UCLA's motto means "Let there be light" in English. That is, the instruction should be dedicated to search of truth, which is impossible to pursue in dark. As a result, Farley developed his tolerance values. His decision-making is more instructive than other leaders because of his ideals of integrity and the tolerance. He made no decision with personnel below Ford's top management. He downsized the corporation, shuttered unproductive factors, put an end to annual leadership cycle, and established a transparent decision-making culture. And in short, he changed the company's management strategy.
CEO characteristics and firm performance have received increased attention. Such interest stems from the assumption that CEOs have a strategic role to play in a firm's performance due to the symbolic power they wield over key decisions and operations. A CEO's educational background is critical for a company because it influences how business problems are perceived and the mental process used in decision-making. This analysis used a proposition for analyzing Farley's position on his management in Ford. The proposition claims that the more formal education top executives have, the more innovative their companies are. Fairleigh holds 2 degrees. The first one is a bachelor's degree in economics from Georgetown University in Washington, D.C. And the second one is a bachelor's degree in management from the Anderson School of Management at the University of California, Los Angeles. As a CEO, he's focused on implementing the Ford Plus initiative, which is ambitious and customer-centric in order to grow the company and create value. The plan's main components are large-scale innovation and software development, as well as connected car technology and services for the business units he oversees. As a result, Ford has focused more on the customer experience under Fairleigh's leadership, with programs designed to increase customer awareness and loyalty, and also express gratitude to long-term customers. It boosts investment and fosters long-term customer relationships. These qualities give Ford a strong competitive advantage, and it can be seen that under Fairleigh's great leadership, Ford is on a steady upward trajectory in the global market.
This analysis discusses the executive experiences and organizational outcomes. At this point, experiences play an essential role in shaping values, beliefs, and cognitive models which will affect decision-making and behavior. According to Finkelstein, Hambrick, and Canella, there are various types of executive experiences associated with organizational outcomes. The first type is called executive tenure, which defines the number of years people spend their time working at the previous company or current company. For Ford Motor Company, Jim Farley shows that he was a long-tenured employee because he worked as a group vice president and general manager for 17 years in managing sales, marketing, and customer satisfaction at Toyota and Lexus United States. At this point, Farley is able to use his knowledge to give a clear direction to the team and make a better decision for accomplishing goals efficiently and effectively. Furthermore, the next type is called functional experiences, which explain that the leader has spent their most part of their career in one primary functional area, such as planning, marketing, finance, or advertising. The CEO of Ford, Jim Farley, has spent 17 years in marketing and advertising as his functional experience. At this stage, Farley has the strength to attract more customers, which aim to increase the company's profit. Therefore, he is well known for innovative marketing strategies that connect great products to today's and tomorrow's customers. The third type is formal education. At this point, education can be used as a tool to achieve the company's goal. For example, when a student picks a Master of Management program, they will have more knowledge compared to the people who don't take a management program. Besides, in this case, according to Ford, Jim Farley graduated from the Anderson School of Management with a degree in management. It implies that he has the skill for responding to challenge and current development in business and society, which leads to the achievement of the company's goal. The last type is international experience, which defines that the leader have more understanding of global markets and business practices to compete globally. This means that Jim Farley has been working with the company worldwide business unit leaders and global product development organization, as he was responsible for Ford's operation in Canada, Mexico, and South America in September 2009. According to Dwelling 2020, he was able to redesign Ford's business around the world by providing a deep understanding of smart vehicle in a smart world. Thus, it shows that Jim Farley has a self-understanding of how to connect more closely with customers to integrated global marketing.
Analysis 4 are the proposition based on the current CEO of Ford Company. As it says, an executive cognitive content will be reflected in the choice he or she makes. This analysis states that executives who have a deep familiarity with the advanced technology will make early and a larger investment in new technologies than will execute without such familiarities. As mentioned in the introduction, James Farley, the current CEO of Ford, contributed an anonymous leadership to the company. His customer-centric Ford plan and the development of the value creation of the Ford brand. The second proposition states that the correspondence between the executive background, characterized insider versus outsider functional experience, international experience, and the amount of type of strategic actions taken stronger in the first year of tenure than at any other point of position. This proposition explains that many executives have tried to improve Ford's brand in the earlier stage, but the current CEO, Jim Fairley, has, in his very short tenure, has given his best contribution as a role of leadership and have exceeded his expectations in very short time. There are few examples based on the propositions in the slides. As we go further, there are some recommendations based on the Ford company. With the recent developments in the company growth and new CEO's robust moves made by the recommendations are, in my view, some recommendations to the Jim Fairley can offer a variety of service. He can offer a variety of service like insurance and financing to the customers, adding this to the product line. Secondly, in comparison to the services, Ford Motors has done excellent job in promoting vehicle businesses. Jim should devote his more leadership into the digital marketing services, as his competitors are investing more into R&D research products and more supply chain of the automobile industries. There are more new recommendations given in the slides. I would like to conclude my analysis. Thank you.
To conclude, we have seen that after barely over a year of Farley being the CEO, Ford has already seen a different appearance than it had a year ago. During Farley's first year as CEO, Ford's stock increased by almost 100%. The corporation is now unveiling a new product line that includes some of its most highly anticipated automobiles in the recent memory. It's all in electrification, as seen by its $11.4 billion investment in the new EV and battery production facilities in Tennessee and Kentucky, announced in September. It also has a strategy which appears to be gaining traction among Wall Street analysts, investors, dealers, and customers. Ford made a series of headline-grabbing actions that underscored Farley's desire to lead the industry's electric and digital future. The current efforts are part of a bigger movement towards a digital offering that creates recurring income streams, which Farley sees after leaving Toyota Motor Corp for the Blue Oval in 2007. And it is this approach that he credits as his biggest achievement to date, along with his leadership team, which he is happy to thank, and includes trusted Ford veterans as well as policy and technology heavyweights he personally recruited. Thank you.